Well, it's Mental Health Awareness Month, so our sponsors at Envision Wellness are here with some self-care tips on how you can breathe a little easier this month and beyond. Take a look at our conversation with one of their mental health counselors. Well, today our sponsors stopped by from Envision Wellness. I'm joined now by Michal. Thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, I'd love to start off by talking about who you are and the role you play with Envision Wellness.
So my name is Michal. I'm a mental health counselor. And I work as a counselor in Envision Wellness, which is an outpatient clinic. I work 3 days in the Family Success Center and with children and families, and I work 2 days in their agency in Vulcan, in their office in Vulcan, on Vulcan Street with adults.
Nice, okay. First topic I want to jump into is the difference between self-care and coping.
So self-care is like taking care of your self-care means taking care of your physical and emotional well-being. Mm-hmm. So it can be simply as, going to the doctor and getting your well visit, that's self-care. And it can be mental health, like seeking out counseling. And as far as coping skills, when life throws, challenges at us, and all of us probably deal with some level of stress, depression, or anxiety, then coping skills are the kind of the tools that you have in your toolbox that are going to help you overcome some of these challenges.
Okay. I know that our children nowadays are facing a lot more stress and anxiety, and it's kind of been on the rise over the years. So what are some challenges facing children these days?
What we see in our office is a lot of kids that are dealing with social anxiety, I think being isolated during COVID, and the changes that we see, like we used to interact much more. We used to play outside on the streets with our friends and neighbors. Now we're spending a lot more time in isolations with our screens. So when we do go to school and we can't use the screens, then we're like all of a sudden facing some challenges. We don't know how to handle simple situations. And we see kids throwing tantrums or having a hard time managing their emotions, whether it's anger or anxiety. So we kind of practice the skills. And so some of the other areas that we see needs is ADD, some depression, some anxiety, and also a lot of changes in family dynamics. Like we see families having issues with communication skills, high stress. Both parents are working, parents going through divorce, separations. There's a lot of, different combinations of families, kids being split between two homes, so lack of routine and consistency. And
there's a lot that our children are facing, and I'm sure some of the parents are resonating with this as they're watching right now. But are there any coping strategies that they can teach their kids to use when they're feeling that overwhelmed or anxiety?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're thinking about what the parents can do, the parents can definitely learn the coping. I think it starts with role modeling. A lot of parents bring their kids. They want us to fix them. Right. But we find that, in theory, in psychology, if the problem occurs within a certain environment, the recommendation is to solve the problem within the environment. Right. So if there is an issue in school but we don't see it at home, we want to make our best effort to resolve the problem in school, obviously with a partnership of the family, but with a school team. And I think that the parents need some psychoeducation, some information that we provide. So we provide individual counseling, but also family counseling. So if I can make a recommendation for the parents, I think that first of all, I would take a break and look at our kids in the eyes and listen to them. Because I think there's a lot of isolations, like mom and dad are busy, they come home and they think about the next thing they need to do for their families, where their children are either on their screens or they're having some challenge, and when they need mom or dad's attention, they may not be available. So I think my first recommendation is engage with your child. Listen to them. If they throw a tantrum, rather than reprimand and say something negative. It's like, hey, honey, what's going on? What happened today that makes you upset? Let's come and figure it out. Let's go get a glass of water. Just leave everything. The dinner is not as important.
You are really the expert. You have so much knowledge to give to not only parents but the children alike. How can our viewers get in touch with you if they would like to work with you?
Well, we have a wonderful agency, Envision Wellness. I think that one of our biggest strengths is that, on top of having really good team, from the person that you meet in the front desk, or accommodating, smiling, being patient on the phone. I think it's really important because this is the first person you see, to our counselors and wonderful supervisors and management. I think it's the fact that we are accessible. We have clients that come from Orchard Park, even from Olean, from Jamestown. We are available. We have same-day access. When every day for an hour and a half, clients can just simply, they can make a call and make an appointment, or just can just show up in our agency, and 99% of the time we will take them the same day. But if sometimes if 6 people show up for same-day access, we will do an intake and we can take them the next day or the next 2 days. But we are available.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and sharing more and giving us some great tips that we can implement.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here today.
On top of the services they offer all year long, our sponsors are also hosting free mental health workshops at the town of Tonawanda Public Library every Friday at 2 p.m. For more information on these workshops and the rest of the services they have to offer, you can visit envisionwellnesswny.com.